Oh, I'm sorry. Forgot this was on. I was just reading about how this time in history has the most amount of tenants. The most amount of tenants that I have ever known, being in the business now for a decade. Now, there are always tenants. There's always a pool of prospective renters and current renters. But what this market has created is even more, and more qualified renters than ever, I might add. The number one reason is the price of a home / interest rate. These are creating tenants every day, by the hour, by the minute, because people can't afford, they don't want to pay these inflated home prices. So what are they doing? They're staying a renter longer, or they are reverting to a renter. Maybe they sold their home, maybe they were foreclosed upon, maybe they turned it into a rental themselves and now rent on their own. It's pushing people a step backwards. Okay, that American dream white picket fence house is still there. It's just a question of, and a function of, how much do you want to pay for it? And in my opinion, people don't want to pay these prices. 8% for a house that's $650,000? I mean, come on. Your payment's like $4K before you buy groceries, before you get your health insurance, before you put gas in the tank, oil in the tank, kids, stop, vacation, credit card, renovation, whatever. Okay, so that factor alone is keeping the tenant market healthier, too healthy to be honest, than ever. Because what it's doing is it's adding more people, which creates more competition for the same amount of rental units. And what that does is it drives the price up because the demand is high. And since the price is high, people can't afford to save. The landlords are getting richer. They're buying more properties, turning them into investment properties, and the cycle repeats. So people are pushed back in to become tenants, or they're remaining tenants. They're paying higher prices. They can't save their money. They can't afford to buy a house by any means. And then it's just back and forth, back and forth. So what do you do? I don't know. I don't know what you do in a situation like this. The housing inventory is so low, rates might tick up higher. Who knows? Money is still extremely expensive. And people are just forced to do this. Then you think about, okay, I'm going to buy a home. Me and my partner, we're going to buy a home. But the cost of maintaining, the cost of upkeep is so expensive. Contractors are so expensive. I just made a video talking about the renovation of 3 bathrooms. 2 quotes come in at $60,000. So you buy this uber expensive house, and then you're going to have to pay uber expensive prices for renovations. That's also distasteful and keeping people out of the market. It's too intimidating. Home ownership is not what it used to be. It used to work one person, maintain the household, 2 cars in the driveway, 2 vacations a year, no problem. Off of one person's salary. I watched my family do it. Now 2 people are working to the bone, sometimes even on the weekends, second jobs, small business jobs, or running out of their basement, they're doing something just to make ends meet. So in my opinion, this situation is very much too far gone. I don't see a silver lining in sight. Okay, you drop the rates. You drop the rates to more reasonable 4 or 5% numbers. Then the prices are going to go up. COVID spoiled everybody. It was a drastic boom to the market and, most importantly, to the human psyche. Everybody got used to getting more. Free money here. Forgivable loan here. High refinance here. Good purchase price, low payment here. People got used to becoming consumers. People did not get used to becoming providers. Okay, think about that. We're all taking money, 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 money that we rightfully are afforded and earned and qualified for. But what it does is it creates a tidal wave. If everybody is doing that, where does that leave you? You're no longer here at a raised ranch for $300,000. You're no longer here. Now you're here at $500,000 for the same raised ranch. Higher interest rate too. So this market is very intimidating. It's very scary. If I was just starting out, I would be very nervous. I would consolidate resources. I would probably rent, and I am biased because of the business, but I would probably rent with my partner something small, something simple, maybe an in-law, maybe a one-bedroom unit, a studio perhaps, if you guys could stand each other being that close, and save your money. Save your money so that you have a little bit of a nest egg for when the iron is hot and ready to strike. Right now is not that time. You should not be buying a single family right now if you're just starting out. If anything, you should be buying a 2, 3, or 4 unit property, and I've preached this for a decade now. I'm sick of saying it, but that is your saving grace. If you're going to buy something now, buy a multi that you can live in and then live off the proceeds from, break even with your mortgage. Utilize, get that leverage from what I just talked about with the tenant market for those other units in your property so that they can pay your payment for you. And then when things cool off, now you have no payment, you've saved maybe your work income, maybe a refinance, maybe is in play, okay, and then you can start to build up. Do not try to compete with people like your parents, people like your friends, people like your grandparents who have steady living situations that bought their house for $64 and 3 Coke cans back in 1991. Don't try to compete with them. Don't change your life because you see how comfortable and relaxed theirs is. Don't try to get neck and neck with them just so that you look good and that you look successful when you know those bills are going to come and they're going to hit you right in the face because you can't afford it. Swallow your pride, live in an apartment, live in multiple apartments. That's what I did. I was in a 3rd floor apartment. I was in a studio apartment in Pawtucket with bars on the window. Okay? Slowly make your way around. Buy a 2 unit, buy a 3 unit, live in that, and then one day you can get your cozy single family. But I caution you, this market is very, very tough. It knows no friends. It only knows enemies. So please proceed with caution. If you have any questions, any feedback, let us know. Once again, Greg Rice here in North Haven, your property and your mindset managed.